Hi Cancerians, it's Jill and welcome to Tarot by the Sea. This is your reading from the 13th or 14th, happy Valentine's Day, to the 23rd of February. I'm sorry that you're last with this week's, but what it does mean is that you get next week's early as well. There is no excuse, I've just been busy and trying to do other things. Sorry, you had a hidden card and I'm taking it out. Right, I hope you're really well. What was I going to say to you? Oh, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, and we are on Twitter as well. The details will be in the box below. I have to have a look at my description box because I have changed it in the about bit on the channel, but it hasn't changed the description box, so I need to go and do that. And if you follow us on there, soon, I think we had 500 subscribers last night, we're now up to 527, so thank you so much for your support. Massive number of views this month. I have had 2 videos, one of them has gone over 3,000 views, the other one is probably up to about 1.5 now, so yeah, it's growing so quickly and I love connecting with you guys too. I've had so many more messages and it's absolutely beautiful, and the personal readings as well have been amazing. So for all of you, thank you so much. I really do appreciate you. Right, anyway, I'm going to shut up now and I'm just going to get on with your reading. So Cancerians, this is your reading from the 14th to the 23rd of February 2018. You're using the Gilded Tarot by Ciro Marchetti and the Fairy Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine, probably Tarot Sexual Magic as well, depending on how the reading comes out. But since I'm using them in just about every reading, I would probably say that I will be. Okay, what are we doing with you? Your cards are taking forever to come out. Forever and ever and ever. Maybe that's got some relevance to you, forever and ever and ever. Maybe some of you are expressing your undying love forever and ever and ever today, which is lovely if you are. We have 6 of Pentacles, we have 4 of Wands. Oh, we have, no, I'm not sure what that's about. I think the 6 of Pentacles and the 4 of, we'll see if it comes back out. There was something about the 6 of Pentacles and the 4 of Pentacles then, but it doesn't feel right to just kind of like link the two. There is the 6 of Pentacles. You're holding on to your money. I think some of you are trying to save. You're trying to balance the books, and basically you're trying to save. I shouldn't say that word, the M word, because apparently YouTube stops people seeing your videos if you say that word. Apparently it's like a banned word, which is absolutely stupid in my mind. So I'll be using the word pentacles instead of the M word from now on. Not that it makes any difference in this one because I've already used it. Maybe it's taking a long time to get your pentacles together. For some of you, you may want to buy a house, you may want to kind of like have more security and stability. Yeah, that's what it is. We've got the 4 of Wands and the 10 of Cups. I think for some of you, you're probably saving because you want more financial stability, you want more security. Perhaps you want to buy a home, perhaps you want to move out of your parents' house and move into your own place, possibly sharing with a friend as well. Yeah. It looks like you want to be financially independent, some of you. Doesn't necessarily mean you have to move out with your parents as well. You know, you're manifesting, you are. And you have hope. On the bottom of the deck, there's something you can't decide, which is really interesting because there's no decision in there. We have the 6 of Pentacles. So he's balancing, okay, and there's more going out than kind of coming in. Okay, that's where we had the 4 of Pentacles, because he's trying to save. We have the 4 of Wands and the 10 of Cups. Yeah, so it's that transition from this phase to this phase, and it's more about kind of stability and security and perhaps having your own place, perhaps sharing with a friend, because there's 2 ladies sitting there at the front together. This is the financially abundant, independent person, yeah. Maybe money's growing for you as well. Maybe you are just waiting for it to come in. It is the Nine of Pentacles, so maybe for some of you you're almost there. You're just waiting on this final pentacle and you're doing whatever you need to do that. And then you have the Hope card, so you are hoping. I wonder whether for some of you what you can't decide. For some of you this isn't about moving away from living in a family home, as in living with your parents. For some of you perhaps this is about leaving a relationship, and the reason that you're not leaving yet is for financial issues, because we have got the can't decide card and the walking away from something that's emotionally unfulfilling for you in order to be happy and triumphant. So we have that for you. And maybe for some of you, I did get the idea when I saw the Four of Wands that for some of you it may be that a relationship's broken up and you're still living with your partner or your ex-partner until you can get somewhere of your own. And perhaps you're on quite friendly terms with them, to be honest. There's no kind of major argument cards, there's no breakup cards, there's no Tower, there's no Death card, there's no Five of Wands, so there's not even any particular petty bickering. Petty bickering seems to be going on. This just seems to be this need to kind of get your own place and be financially independent and stable. And I think that's what you're manifesting, or you're trying to at least. Right, we have the Prince of Spring. Yeah.
And you have the Prince of Summer, so you have 2 pages. No, you don't. No, you don't. You have 2 knights. I always get confused with that. And the Empress. You've got a lot of people in this deck, in this reading. You've basically got, in these cards, you've got 3 people. You've got the Ten of Spring, ask for help from others. You've got a lot of people. You've got the Queen of Spring, who's the Queen of Wands. Okay. Believe in yourself. Wonderful people want to help you maintain a balance between work and home life. If you're working too hard to try and get the money together to do this, please don't wear yourself out. It's not worth it in the end. Right, now I'm going to do these ones, but then I'm probably going to read them, and then I am probably... because this doesn't feel like a relationship reading at this point in time, so I'm going to read these and then see if they fit. When I do the other bit, I'm going to see if they fit in together. If the storyline doesn't come together, this is a separate reading for a relationship. Okay. Just so you know, the February readings are also up, there is a Valentine's special up as well, which is basically a love reading. Well, it's a love reading. They're both on playlists, so have a look on there. Why am I only doing 3? Oh, here comes... Oh. Sorry, you got quite excited then. That's my daughter coming back. She's been at her dad's for the last 3 days, and she's just coming back. Axel, could you go and tell Dad that I'm working, darling, please? He's really good, my ex. He's lovely. But she's been over there because it's half term here. The others have all been at home, but she's been at home. So I got quite excited there that her coming back. So we have the Five of Swords. Okay, I'm going to put my glasses on now. What do we have? Shaking things up, magic of the purple flowers. You must overcome the fear of judgment, shame, and a sense of inadequacy. You must give yourself a good shake and take some risks. Okay, so if you're trying to get this money together, you just give yourself a good shake and take some risks. It's not like you to kind of, well, I suppose you're not massive risk takers. You're not a fire sign. If you've got fire in your chart, then yeah, okay. But on the whole, you're not massive risk takers, I think. Let's have a look. We have the Ace of Chalices. Loving magic crowned by success, satisfaction, festivities, good reasons to be happy and in love. Perhaps you're in love with someone and you actually want to, you've made that commitment and you actually want to buy a house together. It's just kind of annoying that you can't afford to at the moment. You have the Nine of Chalices. The light of the lantern ensures the triumph of love, overwhelms the senses and dispels rivals and hesitations. I'm not getting the feeling particularly that you guys are hesitating about this. It feels like it's actually okay. Maybe one of you's got Earth in their chart, but I'm not seeing that anywhere. And they're kind of a little bit like, right, we have to have extra money. We have to have extra money, and we can't just move into a flat. We need to save some money. We need to buy ourselves a house. And maybe for some of you that's the case, and it's just like, do you know what? I'd live in a studio with you. I'd live in a dog kennel with you. I just want to be living with you. And the other person's just like, no, we need to do this properly. We need to do it sensibly. Okay? And maybe they're the person who needs to have good shape then. Desire is the drive behind a new story. Willingness and passion guarantee success. I think you guys are going to be okay, actually. I think when it comes down to it, I think you're just going to be okay. This is a nice reading. There's nothing particularly like weird about it. I am going to look into something though, because there is something in my head at the moment which is basically saying that we have this card, which is the Awakenings card, okay, which is the Hangman. It says, change the way you're looking at the situation, embrace your uniqueness, a temporary pause in the action. Now, I'm going to put this out there for some of you, okay? Now, I'm not guaranteeing anything. You know very well, I hope, that you never base your actions based on readings. I'm going to put this out there. For some of you, if you are still living at home with your partner or your ex-partner, right, and that's going on, and you're still getting on really well, and there's no arguments, and you're quite stable, and you're okay, but you're feeling that it's time to move on, perhaps you've got to a point in your relationship where you feel that it's time to move on. What I'm getting told to tell you is it might, just for a second, just for one little second, be worth, if you want to, some communication as to the choices that you're making. Now, perhaps something has happened and you felt stabbed in the back and you're kind of crying over it, okay? But yes, there are 3 cups. That could have been a third party situation. But these 2 cups are still standing. I'm not saying there's not still love there. Now, if you want to change this situation in your marriage, well, that brought about a change in your marriage, and one of you decided to move on. Massive change, okay? There may have been a period of focusing on money, perhaps to move out. Okay. But saying stop. Just take a minute. If you want to. This has got nothing to do with me. This is talking to a very specific group of people. And ask yourself, is there potential to restart this? Do you want to restart this? Now, I'm getting a different storyline for some of you, okay, where this has happened and you've met someone new and this is why you want to move out. For others of you, it's asking the question as to whether there's potential for this relationship to be rekindled. The card we have on the top of here is the ego card. The illusion of being trapped, placing too much importance on material items, being caught up in fear and worry. Have you had communication with this person? If you want to be together with this person, okay, and if you look at these two people, they're working cooperatively together, okay, they're doing things together, she's smiling, they're still okay. If this is resonating with you, do you need to stop? It says reach out to others for assistance. Poor timing for a career change. Now we'll go back to this in a minute. Poor timing for a career change, being challenged by money issues. There is the money aspect of this as well, but this particular storyline is like, if you want this, is it worth communicating with your partner? If there is still love there, yes, this third-party relationship might have happened. If there is still love there and you want to continue with this relationship, talk to your partner. Okay? You've got a lot of people in this, though. You've got a lot of people in it. Then talk to your partner. Okay? Can you communicate? We have two communication cards. We have the Prince of Spring, who is the Prince of Wands, who is the Knight of Wands. We have the Prince of Summer, who is the Knight of Summer, okay, who is the Knight of Cups. We have passion, we have cups, we have messages of both. These people are the messengers of love and passion. Now, in fairness, they're facing in the opposite direction. For some of you, you may be leaving a relationship because of lack of love or lack of passion. You may love this person, but you may have no passion towards them. And you may be moving towards something that is more passionate. There may be messages going back and forward with someone else about love and passion. But let's read them. Immediate action. A challenge you can suddenly successfully manage. This is what I'm talking about. Can you just manage this challenge? Okay, a passionate relationship. Falling in love, suddenly being swept off your feet, the need to stay grounded during a very emotional experience. Maybe you love this person and you're passionate about this person, but something has happened that has rocked your world. Your tower has come down. Maybe somebody's cheated. Maybe somebody has interfered in your relationship. Okay, it doesn't have to be a sexual relationship that has interfered in it. It can be something else. Maybe a friend has interfered. Maybe there's been gossip. Maybe there's been stories. Maybe you just had some huge argument about something. Okay, and each of you are standing in your corner. Yeah, you're facing in opposite directions. There is love there. There is passion there, but you're facing in opposite directions and you are not talking to each other. These people are messengers. Yeah, if they're going to communicate, they need to turn around and communicate with each other. Do not throw this away if this is something that you love. Okay, don't do it. If this is someone that you love, at least have the communication. I'm really sorry to tell you all, but honest to God truth, I've been in that situation. Okay, I have been in that situation and there was no communication. So I can tell you from experience that you need to talk. Okay. Yeah, don't particularly, that's a big one for me as well. Shouldn't really be talking about it, but it's the truth. So for some of you, you're kind of getting the money together to move out. You've got just trying to balance the books anyway. For some, you're being kind to somebody else. Perhaps you're still financially supporting someone, or someone is financially supporting you. Okay, for some of you, you're just trying to hold on to your money because we had the Four of Pentacles. I've just said the M word again. The Four of Pentacles, and that's this. Maybe you're being generous to someone who is saving, or someone is being generous to you who is saving. I had another reading earlier in the week as well. I can't remember who it was. It might be in Sagittarius, where someone was giving money to somebody who was saving. And again, there we have the Four of Wands. You have this kind of like stability in a sense. You have this stability in a sense. And for some of you, this may be a new relationship. Maybe you have fallen in love with someone and you're introducing them to your family. You're bringing them into your kind of inner circle at this point. They're not kind of coming into your inner circle, but you're introducing them into your life. So maybe they're meeting your children, that kind of thing. We have the Empress. Time to take action. If you want this happy home, perhaps with an Empress, okay, perhaps you've got a baby on the way as well. That's the other thing. Time to take action, the power of creativity, success that allows for the life of luxury. Okay, this looks pretty much like the life of luxury to me, which is wonderful. So maybe you need to take whatever. We have no opportunity cards here. We have no aces. We have the Ace of Chalices, but it's in the other deck. We have no financial opportunity cards. You've got the Ace of Cups twice, actually. But it doesn't have to be about love, though, you see. This is the thing. It's something that's emotionally fulfilling for you. It doesn't necessarily have to be about love. Maybe there is someone that you know who is financially independent and stable and has a lot of savings, and maybe they're helping you out, because it says, ask for help from others, all work and no play, being weighed down by too many responsibilities. Perhaps you're trying to do this, though. But it's underneath the Six of Pentacles. So I think someone is being generous here, and it could be a partner. But I think someone is being generous here. The Sagittarian reading, I think a sister was stepping in, parents were stepping in, or a sister was stepping in to help out. Ask for help from others, all work and no play, being weighed down by too many responsibilities. Perhaps this person can help you out. Or perhaps you're feeling weighed down by having too many responsibilities. You know, you are financially independent, you have got your own place, you know, you're trying to save up for somewhere else, you've got this relationship, you want to move in with someone else. All that kind of stuff is going on, and you're just like, I don't even know how to deal with this because there is just so much to do. But you're manifesting. You have the power to manifest whatever you want to manifest. Yeah. And it's perhaps saying to try different approaches, because we do have the Hangman as well. Just do the right thing for the right reasons. Compare traditional versus new approaches to see which works for you. Spiritually minded community. I wonder whether at this point you're being asked to kind of think outside the box and look again at what it is that you're trying to deal with. If it is the situation that, you know, your partner wants to buy a house or whatever, maybe you could rent for a bit. Maybe you don't need a 4-bedroom kind of, maybe you don't need a 4-bedroom semi-detached for two of you. Maybe you could save just as well living in a kind of 1-bedroom flat for now, and you can still be together. Maybe you need to think about alternatives if you are trying to save money for something else and you're trying to be financially independent. Something like starting a YouTube channel or an online shop or something like that. Something kind of connected with technology. We don't have a card there. Something connected with technology that is... You have the Magician twice. You have the Magician twice, you have the Ace of Cups twice. Okay. And it's kind of looking at it. In a different way. So whether this financial aspect, whether it is that you are still living in the same house as your partner and you could try and resolve things, whether it is that you are in love with someone else or you are in love with someone and you kind of want to make that step forward, whether you just want to move out and be financially independent, whatever it is, it's kind of like it's all the same energy. The situation will vary from person to person, but the energy is pretty much the same. The energy is pretty much saying, have a look at other ways of doing things, okay? Take a different perspective. However this is showing up in your life, take a different perspective. You have 2 Ace of Cups, which is basically the opportunity for something that's fulfilling for you. Right? You have the Ace of, you have the Magician twice. So this is a new thing for you, whatever it is. I think you've had the Tower, you've had the Death card. You're basically rebuilding after a period of change. You have the 9 of Pentacles, and you have the Empress. And they're both really strong, kind of independent, kind of female energies, like hugely. It doesn't have to be female energy either. Well, it doesn't have to be female people. It can be female energy. But they're oh my gosh, I can't even speak. I can't even think of the word. Portrayed. That's not the word that I meant, that I mean, but it's good enough. They're both portrayed as women. So that's kind of the way that it's coming across, whereas the Magician is male. For some of you, it's the bringing together of that masculine and feminine energy, either within a relationship, so there's a male and a female involved, or if it's just within yourself and you're trying to be financially independent, it's kind of like keeping that femininity. And I don't mean this in a kind of subjective way, but it's the pulling in. If you're quite a feminine person on the whole, if you're female, for some of you, you may have moved out and then suddenly you're realizing that your role has changed completely because you're having to merge, because you're doing everything. You're having to merge that masculine and feminine energy, and you're having to push yourself forward and be the provider and be all of those things to everyone, you know, or even just to yourself. It's like everything. Oh my God, you have the Magician twice, and everything is there within you, the masculine energy, the feminine energy. It's all there within you in order to pull it forward, which is why I think I'm talking primarily to female viewers now, but the majority of my viewers are female anyway. It's like having that energy within you. I said in a reading the other day, the Emperor is like, he's like the Magician, but the Magician uses external kind of resources to create his magic. He uses external Pentacles energy and external Wands energy and external Cup energy and external whatever the other one is, Sword energy, to create things. The Emperor has it within himself, okay? He already has this energy within himself. And since the majority of people that I am speaking to at the moment, and I'm not neglecting you guys, I'm really not, it's the same scenario, so just put yourself in the Emperor's shoes, and in that space. But it's the Empress is there, and she has the ability to create anything. She can create life. She can create this independent life. She can create this 10 of Cups. She can create anything. She can create anything. So it could be that this Ace of Cups has got nothing to do with love for some of you. For some of you, this is you kind of setting out on your own and having the opportunity to make a life that is emotionally fulfilling for you. And that's really, really beautiful. And it may feel a little bit scary to you, but what you're being told is that you have the Magician twice, you have the Ace of Cups twice, and you have the 10 of Cups as well. You will get there. It's a beautiful energy that I have here now. It's actually making my face hurt. As you can probably see, I get massive cheeks when I smile, and it's making my face hurt because I'm grinning so much. It's a beautiful energy, and I hope sincerely that it resonates with all of you, regardless of what your actual situation is. I hope that you can find that. You guys have had some really nice readings since last year, actually. The group of you that I'm working with, the group of you that my readings resonate with, you've had some really lovely energy. I remember before Christmas doing your reading, and it was absolutely beautiful. And I was really, really excited about it, the December one, I think, because you were off having adventures and you were off doing things that were really emotionally fulfilling for you. So I'm hoping that that resonates with you. I'm hoping that that energy continues for you, because it is really lovely. So for some of you, it's going to be a new relationship. For some of you, it's going to be the resurgence of an old relationship. For some of you, it's going off and creating an independent life for yourself. Either way, you have the Magician twice, you have the Ace of Cups twice. You're just going to absolutely rock it. And you have the Ten of Cups. So, yeah, that's amazing. That's absolutely amazing, Cancerians. I'm so very pleased for you. Let me know if it resonates. Let me know how it works for you. I'm having a think about readings, okay? I'm having a think about readings. And it's like, can you tell me, is there anything that you would like me particularly to be reading on? I'm doing the generals all the time, but I'm not actually I was wanting to do some special readings for the fact that I've got 500 subscribers now, and I wanted to do. My son's been going on about this forever. I've got 349 subscribers. He's going, yeah, do a 350 subscriber special. So I want to do something special to say thank you. So if there's any kind of particular thing that you would want me to read on, do you want me to do a career one? Do you want me to do kind of a spiritual development one? Do you want me to do an Is My Ex Coming Back one? Do you want me to do a soulmate one? What would you like me to do? Let me know, and whatever comes back as being the most popular, I'm going to ask everyone, whatever comes back as being the most popular, I will do those in addition to the generals as a thank you, because I am so grateful to you. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Please like, share, subscribe and comment as always. And as I say, we're on Facebook now, we're on Instagram now, and we're on Twitter now. So been an absolute pleasure reading for you. My face is actually hurting from smiling so much. So I hope to God that that resonates for well, I'd love it to resonate for all of you. And I'm so happy for those people that it does resonate with. Anyway, take care, and I will see you soon. Lots and lots of love. Bye bye.